Let's start with the tea, shall we? Oh my god, guys, I've had way too much coffee today. I might film like 3 videos today. You never know. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Yeah, don't mind the eye masks. I'm just gonna go ahead and take those off. Okay, I'm normal now. If you guys do not follow my channel on the regular, I upload a ton of makeup artist related content. I provide tips, vlogs, and other questions that you guys might have about starting a makeup artist business. Right now, I'm actually going to be doing another story time because I know all of you guys have experienced something like this in the past where a client tells you that they really like something, or a little bit more of a difficult client, and then all of a sudden they end up not booking with you or end up not following through. I am actually going to be reading actual DMs that I had with this person on Instagram, so nothing can be misconstrued or anything. I'll just be reading off my phone and then multitasking because I'm also going to be doing a makeup look at the same time. We're gonna see if your girl can accomplish this, because usually when I do these get ready with me style videos where I'm talking at the same time, I can never finish a makeup look. I usually have to rush and do it in the last like 5 minutes of the video. I will be linking all the products that I use on my face down below. Okay, so this actually happened in November of last year. Pretty much this girl had reached out to me. She is of Asian descent, and I will tell you guys, just because I am Asian, a lot of Asian clients reach out to me because obviously our eye shape is very difficult to deal with sometimes, and then also I feel like the skin tone is a problem with some people too. So she ended up finding me on Instagram. We don't follow each other anymore, by the way. I removed her from my followers list just so she wouldn't see this, because it was really weird. Even after this happened, she still continued to watch my stories on my Instagram. Like, what? Since this is a live like message on Instagram, I didn't screenshot these or anything. I'm gonna try to randomly not like a message while I'm scrolling through here, because I feel like that might accidentally happen. It's kind of like when you're doing Facebook stalking and then you accidentally like your ex's photo or something. It's the same thing. So I'm gonna try not to do that. I try not to have people DM me through Instagram if they honestly want to contact me for makeup services, because everything is literally on my website. Usually the #1 thing that people want to know is the pricing, and it's on my website publicly all the time. So when I get a message from either Facebook or Instagram, I try to redirect them automatically to my website so I'm not reiterating the same thing. She reached out to me and said, "Hi, I have a question about your bridal makeup. Do you offer a trial to see how it would look?" So I said, "Hi, yes, my bridal packages automatically include them because my trials usually are included in the bridal packages, so it's basically like double the amount of like the regular application to compensate for it." Then she asked me, "Are you available on December 19th?" And so I said, "Yes, I am. Have you checked out my website or my bridal packages?" And she actually surprisingly had checked out my prices, so she already knew ahead of time how much I charged, right? So then she said, "Yeah, I think I like the one including the facial stuff. Can you explain more about that package?" If you guys don't know, I offer a luxury package to my clients, and I can also link up above kind of what I include in it and stuff. I have updated my products that I use since then, but the general concept is still the same. It's just like a full skincare prep system, and then I added like some other things too depending on the skin type. Okay, so this could turn out like really good or really bad, or I could end up looking like Mimi from the Drew Carey show. Comment below if you guys are old enough to know what that is. This is one thing that really bothers me. I have a full description of every single thing that you would ever need to know, and I have the entire description of what each package includes. Like literally I list out every single thing that the luxury package includes. So it really pisses me off when I've spent a couple $100s a year to maintain that website, and also just overall like created the website in general, like all the effort. It honestly, I feel like goes to waste sometimes because some people just don't utilize it, and then they'll ask me the same questions that are already on my website, and it just equally pisses me off. She asked if I could explain more about the package, and so I said, "Sure, what would you like to know about it?" Because I honestly wasn't sure like what was super unclear about it on the website. I'm gonna shut my door because my dogs are playing. Hold on. Okay, we're back. So she asked, will I get the facial stuff to prep my skin before the wedding day, or all that stuff just like normal skincare, putting the makeup on? It's hard for me to make it clear, but hopefully you can understand. Sorry. She comes from a different culture, like genuinely a different culture, not me that's pretty American but still Asian, you know what I mean? And my packages are a little bit different than normal people around here. Like, I am the only bridal makeup artist that includes this whole thing. It might seem kind of confusing. I basically said, no, everything will be done by me on the actual wedding day, because I'm pretty sure that's what she meant. And then she said, "Do you come to my house to do it?" And I said, I'm based out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, but I can travel wherever. I include 90 miles round trip, and then it's $1 per mile over. I have the brides come to me for the trials, but on wedding day, I come to them. And then I said, I do require a minimum of 4 services to be able to book, so it would have to be you plus 3 other people. And I do include that on my website, by the way. And this is also another thing that really pisses me off too. There's literally a contact form on my website. It really upsets me when people have taken the effort to go to my website and then don't actually fill out a contact form, and instead they'll message me on Facebook and on Instagram. Like, what is that? Because then you just went through 2 different outlets that you didn't need to go through. Maybe they thought that I would respond faster on Instagram or something rather than email, but honestly, I check my email like every single freaking day because that's what you have to do as a business owner in case you get inquiries, you know? Anyway, so then she said, I'm in Fort Wayne. How much total will that be? And so I said, okay, do you have 3 people that need makeup as well? So she said, so far it's me and my mom, but I think my aunt will need it too. And I can also ask a friend. She said, you do hair too, right? And literally on my website, I have a bridal FAQ section on there that says I do not do hair. So I said, okay, as long as there are 4 of you total, it's $250 for you as the bride. And that is for the luxury package. As I mentioned, it includes the bridal trial and the wedding day applications. Everyone else is $80 per person. Please keep in mind, if you guys are watching this and you're just starting out as a makeup artist, your fees are depending on your location. I'm on the higher end price for my area. Usually people here around like 75, but please check in your area before you actually just are like, oh yeah, well, Julie said it's $80 per application. I've been a makeup artist for 7 years, so it's also based on experience too. If you guys haven't checked out how to price yourself, I'll link it up above here. I said, no, I just do makeup, but I have hairstylists that I can recommend to you. So she said, so the makeup itself is $250. I think she was kind of in disbelief that like it was $250 for just her. There's a lot of people, however, that go on my website and for some odd reason think that just because it says a minimum of 4 people, then that $250 includes like the other 3 people and then themselves. And I'm like, no. I was like, because that would literally make each person so minimal that I would not be making any money off it. I have a feeling that this is going to turn out like a shit show. Your girl does not do colorful looks. I don't think you guys understand. Like, I am not artistic in like some aspects, but this is a whole different game for me. So we're gonna see how this turns out, okay? If this turns out looking like a disaster, I am so sorry. Okay, so anyways, I said yes, the makeup is $250. Since it includes your 2 applications as well as the full skincare prep for both. The skincare includes all luxury products as well as a sheet mask, toner, lip scrub, lip mask, and eye gels, which I literally told her on my website. Then she said, okay, it's an engagement, by the way, and I want it to be traditional, so I don't want to be glam. I prefer natural looks. Do you want me to give you some references? And I'm like, bitch, did you look at any of my portfolio pictures? I am literally nothing but a natural artist. And then I said, if you want to look on my Instagram and see if there are any looks on there that you would like, that would be a good starting point. Also, if you wanted to book me officially, I do require a signed contract and deposit to secure your date. So then she just responded back and she goes, oh, like, okay. She goes, does the basic package have the touch-up kit or is it just something that you offer for the luxury package? And then I go back and say, yes, both packages include a touch-up kit and false lashes. The luxury is just adding the skin prep. So it's like she read half my website, but then didn't read the other half and I can't quite figure it out. And I said, did you want to book with me or were you thinking about it? And then she said, yeah, I think I want to book with you, and said, okay, great. What's your email address so I can get the contract sent over to you? So then she gave it to me. Then she goes, I think I just want the basic package. To be completely honest, right after I told her that it was $250 for the luxury package and she discovered that it wasn't for like all 4 people, I honestly kind of wish that she would have just backed out then. I've gotten really used to people just ghosting me, especially on Instagram and Facebook, that like haven't seen my prices, because after I tell them my prices, they're just like, oh shoot, like that's a little bit out of my price range. Again, here, $250 is a lot for bridal makeup, just to let you guys know. And that also includes like the 2 applications, but it breaks down to $125 a piece. And yeah, you're getting a whole entire skin prep system. But again, some people don't see the benefit of that. It kind of just depends if you're more of an extra person and you want your makeup to turn out a little bit better, or you have more problematic skin, you might benefit from it, like anything like that. What is happening over here? Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure out this makeup situation. So then I said, okay, I'm sending the contract now. So I sent it. That all was fine. So yes, she did end up booking with me, in case any of you guys are wondering. So she said, okay, so do I pick the day for the trial? And I said, I sent the invoice. Once that's paid, then we can look at dates for your trial. So she said, just paid. And she did get that paid right away, which was really nice. And you probably think that this is going really well, right? Well, just stay for the end. She basically is just trying to hash out dates with me at this point in time. She wanted to try to do her hair trial and her makeup trial on the same day, which there's a lot of brides who do. Then she said, my friend's coming along because she's the one that's doing my hair. I already told her that my trials usually take place at my in-home studio because it's in a controlled environment. I know I have natural light. I know I have a window source, because some people were putting me like in their dark kitchens or something, but it's in my house. And I don't think a lot of people like realize that, because there is a ton of brides that don't tell me in advance that they're bringing somebody else, and sometimes it's their fiancés. I know that their fiancés or them probably feel weird like showing up to a person's house, like I get that, but you need to tell me in advance if like, especially a guy is showing up to my house and I'm alone. It's a safety issue at that point in time. So a lot of the times people will not tell me if they're bringing a friend or a family member or something along, or their freaking fiancés. At least give me the respect of like telling me that you're bringing somebody over or asking if it's okay. So she was bringing a friend with her because she was doing her hair. So I don't know if her friend was a hairstylist or if she was just doing it because she's maybe just good at hair. And this person basically just assumed that she could bring this person over and everything. What made it more creepy is that the whole entire time they were in here, they just like wouldn't stop complimenting me about my house. And I kind of felt like I was gonna get robbed after that. Okay, I keep going back and like messing with this and I feel like it's just gonna get worse. So, okay, we're gonna move on now. Why would you automatically just assume that you could like bring in a stranger and then do your hair trial at the same freaking time? So she sent me a lot of like Korean style looks. So it's just like a lot of blush and not a lot of bronzer. They want to look a little bit fairer than they usually are. Okay, I'm just getting on lash glue on these lashes in case you guys are wondering like what I'm looking down at. During the trial, she came in with her friend and everything, and they both were very nice. Like I didn't have an issue with it. We were joking around the whole entire time. So I'm going along with the makeup look, and we basically only had like 2 things that we really needed to correct during the makeup application. She wanted to add a winged liner, which is completely fine. And she did admit to me, she goes, yeah, I know that my eyes are like hooded and everything, and I don't have a lot of lid space, so just do whatever you can. So I didn't pull it out super far, because when you pull it out really far with hooded eyelids, as you guys can see, your top skin right here kind of folds over, so it makes it look like there's just like this random line right here if you pull it out too far. You just kind of have to do it differently on Asian eye shapes usually though. And we did that, and I asked her if she liked the liner look, and I asked her if she wanted to pull it out any further or make it any thicker. And then I was like, yeah, just so you know though, if you do make it any thicker, it might start like closing off like her eye or something. So she goes and looks at it and is like, yeah, if you could maybe pull it out a little bit further, that would be fine. So I just, you know, flicked it out a little bit further. So she goes, yeah, I think that's good. So then we moved on. I think we like changed the lip color a couple of different times, but besides that though, it was completely fine. And then at the very end of everything, she basically would not stop looking at herself in the mirror. She literally was like, oh my gosh, I like this look so much. Sorry, I forgot this. Let me backtrack. This is an important part of the story. The whole reason that she had brought her friend along was like to do her hair. Her friend asked what she wanted. She goes, I don't really have any like pictures or anything, which is kind of weird because she literally had like 4 pictures on deck for me. And those 2 seem so unprepared for hair. And what's really weird is that like her friend was pretty much just like playing with her hair the whole entire time. What is the point in you actually doing the trial at the same freaking time as me if you weren't going to do a full-blown trial, and you guys could have just like sat in your bedroom and consulted about this? You know what I mean? The friend really wasn't doing anything. She was literally just like asking me questions the whole time. The products that I was using, I guess the techniques that I was using, and kept looking at my work and everything, and I didn't really think much of it at the time. And you guys are probably like, yeah, red flag. I don't know if you guys can tell where this is going, but the whole entire time, like, you know, I was just focused on consulting with the bride and making sure that she got the look that she wanted and everything. So I wasn't really concerned about like the hairstylist or anything else that was going on. Like I really cannot do makeup very well myself. It's kind of an issue. See, the one thing is, if you do like a really bad job with makeup on yourself, you can just put on like the most dramatic lashes possible and it covers up all your mistakes. So anyways, as you guys can tell though, there's probably a little bit of a red flag situation going on here. Since the bride said that she really liked the look and everything, like she literally could not stop looking at herself in the mirror. She's like, oh my gosh, I really like how the eyes look. I like how the skin looks and everything. I'm like, okay, perfect. And honestly, there was not any sort of indication the whole entire time that the trial did not go well or something didn't go right. So then I messaged her the next day and I said, hey, it was great getting to meet you yesterday. And I said for the timing next Sunday, because she did this like a week in advance, if you wanted everyone to get done by 10 a.m. by the way, like it was a really early start time. And I said I would need to start makeup at 7:20 a.m. So then she goes, hey, I was checking up with my parents about the time and figured out that my aunts will not be able to come and attend for the ceremony due to family issues. So there really would be just me and my mom who need the makeup done, but I know that's not enough people for your requirement. I'm trying to solve this problem right now. If anything, I probably am going to have to cancel with you, but I will try to ask if anyone else wants to take the slot. And then I said, honestly, since it's not a full wedding, I don't have a problem with just doing you and your mom. So then, ready? Then this is where the story starts shifting here, right? So I don't hear from her until like maybe like 5 hours later. Like it's honestly like a pretty long time later. And then she goes, hi Julie, my friend offered to do my makeup and hair as a gift to me since not a lot of people need it anymore, so I won't be able to make it to your appointment. I'm sorry for any inconvenience. And I'm like, bitch, really? First of all, this was the same friend that came to the bridal trial and watched every single thing I put on her face and every single technique that I did. That's why she wasn't so focused on the hair. I mean, this is literally what they were planning on the whole entire freaking time. And again, some people may comment and be like, maybe she just lied and like genuinely didn't like the makeup application and then she just decided to have her friend do it, which could totally be the case. Like maybe I'm just, you know, reading too much into it because I was there and kind of took it more personally. And this is the only reason why I think that it wasn't my fault. Ready? So then I I said, hi, that's completely fine, but since you signed a contract with me, I have to follow my cancellation policy. I attached the picture of the clause in the contract, and I literally said in the cancellation policy, it says a client can cancel up to 4 weeks before the wedding date, but if the service is canceled after, I have to retain the full value in the contract. So I said, since you canceled this close to the event date, which is literally a week, then I said you will be invoiced for your contract and amount. Since you had already updated me yesterday about it just being you and your mom and not the other two listed on the contract, you would just owe the $90 for yourself and $80 for your mom, which would be $170. This is where she literally tries to like get out of her makeup look because she tries to blame me and my artistry skills for it. I kid you not, guys. If I showed you the reference photos and showed you the actual look that I put on her, you would not be able to tell a difference. Because I think her thought process was that if she blamed me and my artistry skills and it not turning out to her satisfaction, then I would just dismiss the stuff that she owed me. That's not the case. Like, I need the money to be compensated. Like, that is what I live off of. She said, honestly, I wasn't so satisfied with the makeup look, and this is an important day, so I just wanted to make sure it turned out right. That was one of the reasons I wanted to cancel. So then she said, I didn't notice the cancellation policy that I have to pay for the others too, so I knew that was about money at that point in time. She said, I thought I would just lose the deposit, which is okay with me. Is there any other way to compromise the prices? I'm deeply sorry for your time. So then I go, I'm honestly shocked by this since you had said you were really happy with it at the trial. I know that your friend had loved it as well. Is there anything specifically that you didn't like with the makeup? And then I said, as far as the prices, I can just invoice you for the remaining $90, which is just for your application instead of your mom's, if that works. Just so you know, guys, contracts are legally binding, so I could have taken her to court for the $170, but honestly, if I had to deal with like legal fees and everything, it just wouldn't have been worth it. So then ready, she goes, I didn't realize that the brow color you put on my eyebrow color wasn't a match. So basically she was telling me that the eyebrow color didn't match her real eyebrows. Guys, the color can be changed really freaking easily. Like, she's nitpicking at this point in time because I don't think she realized that I was going to ask her for specifics. This is literally the best she can come up with. And I can easily change the eyebrow color, but here's the thing. So she is Asian with darker hair naturally, right? It's like literally the color of my roots. She had grayish green hair because at one point in time she put a teal in her hair and it faded out. So when you bleach your hair and everything, it obviously fades to like a weird like muddy color at the end. And then her roots were still like the same color as her hair. So I did more of a cool tone brown color, but it was still dark enough that you could tell that it still matched her hair color. I didn't want to make her eyebrows literally the same color as her roots, as her natural hair color, because it wouldn't match the tips of her hair, because that was the majority of her hair from here down. Like, I didn't want to make your eyebrows look super intense like you had Sharpie eyebrows going on. And then she goes, and I really liked the wing on my eyes for that day. I was afraid to criticize. I'm like, bitch, I did give you a wing. Like, I asked you about the wing liner and I gave you a wing liner. It wasn't even like my foundation looked too heavy or things faded on me throughout the day. No, it was the eyebrow color was off. I wanted a more winged eyeliner. And I'm like, you know what? I could have easily made it thicker. I could have easily drawn it out a little bit more. I even did fix it for you once. Then she goes, yes, just invoice my remaining price is okay with me. I'm deeply sorry again. I'm like, yeah, but you weren't that sorry. Like, you literally know what you did. Hey, editing Julie here. I wanted to interject at this point in time that when she originally texted me the first time, she said she was trying to find alternatives to fill the spots for the family, which I believe was the actual truth. But I think at the moment she probably figured out that it really wasn't worth the money to have a professional makeup artist come and do her makeup for only 2 people instead of 4 if she couldn't find people to do it. So that's what I think actually fueled this whole thing. And then her friend probably came along and is like, yeah, I'll go ahead and just do it for you so you don't have to worry about having her come over or anything, and you can save a little bit of money. I think that's actually what happened. The fact that I am pretty sure that she 100% liked my work and wanted her friend to duplicate it. And that's the reason that she came with her. And then to have the audacity to blame my makeup artistry skills for it, and especially things that were so minor that could have been changed. What do you guys think though? Comment down below, because I know that's only my perspective. I completely get it. I know that we're missing a whole other perspective there. And again, I understand that brides are not super honest in their trials sometimes, but like, she genuinely had a very positive reaction when she was looking at it. She could not stop staring at herself in the mirror and was just overall very content with it. So then I responded back and said, I definitely would have changed both those things for you since they were very easy fix, but I completely understand. I'll email you the invoice as I did before. I'm so sorry this didn't work out, but I wish you all the best. And she said, thank you so much, Julie. So I sent her the invoice and she ended up opening it. Probably wanted to ignore it. I need to get paid. I need to get my money. You signed a contract. Like, it's not just a piece of paper. You signed your name agreeing to all the terms and conditions listed in the contract. It's not my fault if you don't read it. So then moving on to the next day, she still had not paid for the invoice, because like, invoices are very easy to like not pay, obviously, because it's not something physical. I have my invoices set up where they're due on the receipt, so whenever people receive them, that is the time and day that they're due. And this kind of just prevents people from like literally going on for like months without paying them. After that due date, I have reminders set up. I honestly thought it would become a problem, but she did actually end up paying that invoice like the second day, because she probably then at that point in time actually read over my contract and realized that it was legally binding. You guys honestly should be pretty proud of me, because I got through almost this entire makeup look. The only thing I have to do is lips. This is the closest that I've ever gotten to finishing my makeup, so I'm pretty excited about this. Anyways, that is the completed look and the completed story. So again, if you guys have opinions on if I did things the right way or maybe I could have done something else, just let me know in the comments. Also, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe, as well as also liking this video. As always, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. All right, bye.